What is up, ghosties? Welcome back to Tales of Spooky Coffee House. If you're new here, welcome to our podcast. I'm Chelsea,
And I'm Veronica.
and we're your hosts. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing our haunted locations, yes, plural, Spook Hill and Burkittsville. I promise they relate, and that's why we're doing two. But Veronica thought she was gonna two up me, and she's doing.
Good math.
I know, right? I almost failed it too. I was like, I know what I want to say, but it's not going to come out. And then I nailed it. And I was like, yeah.
I love it.
So, anyways, Veronica's serial killers of the week are Delfina and the Marias de Jesus Gonzalez Valenzuela.
Wow, good job. You sounded like the guy from Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
Is Esteban Julio something?
Yeah, that one. something. Yeah, that one. And by the way, just like Chelsea's two locations relate, the Delfina and the Marias, they're three sisters named Marias, and then their fourth sister Delfina. They're all the serial killers. Anyways, yes, continue.
So, anyways, to end the podcast, we have a tarot reading for one of our listeners. So, Veronica, how are you feeling? What are you doing? What are you drinking? I mean,
Damn. Before I answer that, by the way, ghosties, if you haven't noticed already, well, let's just say we're trying to experiment for season 2, okay? But we are very much stoned. Going back to the important stuff, I am drinking a grande iced peppermint mocha. Girl,
that sounds really
together. Damn, that sounded like it was really hard for you to say.
It was.
But yeah, it's bomb. I had it the other day before work and I was craving it. So I was like, well, I guess I could get myself one right now. Not doing anything. I'm well. I'm well. How about you? What are you drinking?
I'm actually trying a new creamer out. I don't know if it's like new or I'm just now seeing it, but it's called Almond Breeze Creamer. Just it's almond milk instead of regular milk.
Girl, Almond Breeze has been around for ages.
Okay, so it was never out here. Like I've never seen it before. So I don't know if it's like just now getting to the Midwest. Anyways, I'm trying with peppermint and it is really fucking good.
Ooh, I love that we're both having peppermint flavored drinks.
Yeah, when you said peppermint, that's why I was laughing so hard or trying not to laugh so hard. So I was like, we're twins.
Tis the season, y'all. Tis the season.
Speaking of the season, we finished our Christmas tree today.
Mm-hmm.
All of the kids were super excited. So right now we have temporary guardianship of my niece and nephew, and all of the kids were really disappointed that I didn't decorate for Halloween this year.
Ooh.
I know. I was having a hard time.
What? Okay. No, yeah, I was gonna say you didn't decorate for Halloween. That's so not you, but okay.
Yeah, I was having a really hard time. Like the thing I did was do pumpkins with the kids because they asked to do that. So anyways, so they were really excited. They're like, we need to put the Christmas tree up. I've never in my entire life decorated for Christmas before Thanksgiving. And even though this comes out on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, it's a couple days before, and my tree is up and completely decorated and looks so pretty. It's a really weird year.
Well, there's a first for everything. And did you enjoy it?
Yes, very much.
There you go. Perks of trying new things.
So anyways, I have a couple of media updates for you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been talking about the new Scream movie that's coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
I found out another bit of information about the new movie that makes me not want to watch it.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Remember how I told you that they killed one of the main characters in the last movie, Dewey?
Mm-hmm.
So out of the 3 originals that have been there, he's gone, which leaves just 2, which is the girl that played Sidney Prescott and the one that plays Gale Weathers.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out a couple days ago that Sidney Prescott, the girl that plays her, she's not coming back.
Wait, how?
Don't know. I haven't found the information for that, but she's not going to be in it.
Like I know I've only watched part of like one of them, but that's like main character vibe right there.
Yeah, like she is the main character. Like it all started with her and her mom and everything. So a little disappointed, but what got me looking into that? Oh, is that the girl that plays Gail Weathers? She's the first person. I don't know if like in all movie genres, but I know for sure horror movies, who's played the same character 6 times in a row.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, what about what's her face from Halloween?
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, she wasn't in movie 3 and a couple other. I think there was like two or three that she wasn't in.
What about Vin Diesel and all them Fast and Furious movies? No, you're right, because one of them was Tokyo Drift, so
Yeah,
technically that counts.
yeah, that
Wow.
counts.
Now me trying to fight it. No, you're not.
No, seriously, fight it. Because I was trying to fight it. I was like, what? No, there's got to be. Because I even said Jamie Lee Curtis too, and then I was like, no, wait, she wasn't in the third movie. I know for sure.
Yeah, because like I don't see that's the thing. I don't really watch movies, so it's like hard for me to think of a franchise. What about no, that doesn't count either. Damn. Okay, moving on.
Moving on. So don't forget, it is Friday when this comes out, which means that the new Wednesday TV series is already out. So if you haven't already, binge it.
Damn, or else
we're gonna
what?
or else we're gonna have a conversation next episode. So you're just gonna be feeling lost, and you're gonna have spoiler
Damn,
alerts, and you're
dude,
gonna miss all the fun.
you are not giving mom fucking vibes to our ghosties right now.
That's sarcastic.
No, you're straight up being mom right now. If you
Oh,
don't do it, then next week we're gonna have a little talk.
well, that's their fault if they're gonna get
Damn. Okay.
spoilers.
Ghosties, it's okay. Fun Tiavero's here. I'll protect you. Don't
Coming from the
spank the child.
bully.
Spank me.
Anyways, so on a lighter note, we're going to talk about the Idaho
Uh-oh.
University murders.
Okay.
So this is a current open investigation. On Saturday morning, on November 13th, a 911 call was made by a cell phone. When police arrived at the college campus, 4 students were found murdered. They were stabbed to death in their sleep. So they had 2 other roommates who were in the house, but they say that they didn't hear anything, and the police do not believe that they're involved at all. Kind of sketchy, but the two of the victims that were killed were driven home by an unknown person, and police also think that that guy had no involvement. That's kind of weird that
It
they
is
were.
weird.
Yeah, I found that out the day after like the news about it came out.
Mm-mm.
How do they just say that they had no involvement when they don't even know who it is?
Yeah. This is
So
giving very lady found hanging on fire at Griffith Park vibes.
yeah, yeah. So there was no sign of forced entry, and the case, like I said, is still under investigation because there's been no murder weapon and no motive.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that, do you find it strange that they just happened to know that it was a targeted attack?
Man, I want to know what they're
How
not
do you just,
sharing.
yeah, exactly. They have to be hiding so much.
But also, if it's like fresh, I'm sure they don't want like the public to know, so they don't jump to conclusions, or
But
maybe they don't want to scare off somebody. Like I don't know.
how do you say that there's no motive, but then turn around and say it was a targeted attack? You can't have a targeted attack without a motive.
That's true.
Like hate crime is a targeted attack because the motive is hate. So, I mean, that's what it is. I don't.
It's okay, sweetie. It's okay.
Anyways, the FBI is now aiding in the investigation, and the police are asking for everybody to be patient and let them do their jobs. That was actually like legitimately what they said.
Oh well.
You have to be patient and let us investigate. I was like,
Keep
really?
us posted on that, ma'am.
I will.
I want to know more about like the victims. Like I wanna know more.
Right. Like I want to actually sit down and do the investigation. I'm very curious.
Mm-hmm.
We should try that find a murderer box that they have.
I think you mentioned that recently. Yeah, we should. I'm down. I'm game.
That'd be really fun. That's kind of like the vibes that I was getting when I was reading it. I was like, I just want all the evidence so I can sit down and think about it myself.
I have a question.
What?
So, does saying vibes multiple times in this episode say anything about her age?
I don't know. Does it?
I don't know, and I feel really insecure now. Like, do people still say vibes?
I don't know.
Anyways, moving on.
So, Monica, I have some questions for you.
Go for it.
If you could ask the devil a question, what would it be?
Oof. I think I would just ask him for his story, like his true story. Because I don't really have any questions to ask that shirt, so.
Okay.
What about you?
Are you keeping my seat warm?
I was thinking you're going to say, are you hiring? But.
No, bitch.
Well, you have fun.
I have one more question for you.
I'm scared.
On a completely different note, like total like 180 here. When have you ever felt the most challenged?
I haven't gotten personal in a while, but for me it would be after like my brother and my dad passed away in 2020. I definitely felt life challenging me a couple of times. Yeah, it 2020, man. That's my answer. Final. What about you?
That got really dark really fast.
It's not that dark. I mean, here I am, pushing forward. It's okay, Chelsea. It's okay. Answer the question.
The time that I felt most challenged was probably this year, trying to start my freelancing and not have to do a job that I hated. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of felt like everything was being thrown at me in the midst of all of it, and I kept feeling like I was failing. So that's definitely been my biggest challenge.
Well, I'm proud of you for taking risks and willing to accept change, because you wouldn't be where you are today. Yeah. Literally. No, but like quite literally. Okay, so because we're experimenting for season 2, I have some fun questions to ask you under the circumstances that we are in.
Oh boy.
Okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
What do you think the biggest color is?
What?
What do you think the biggest color is?
White.
Okay, I say blue. Why do you say white?
Well, because white is supposed to just be all the colors in one color. Did you know that?
Stop. I'm gonna stop. Bitch, what? The last time I mixed my paints, it turned brown. I don't know.
I know.
You're getting white.
I know, but no, like literally white is supposed to be like all the light from the colors and like one, and like black is the opposite because it's like the void of colors. It doesn't have any color.
Okay, well, I like the way you look at that, because I'm gonna say blue because the sky is blue and the ocean is reflecting off the sky, which makes it blue. So I think blue is the biggest color.
Okay.
We both thought about it differently. I love it. White. Okay. What is your definition of a salad?
Healthy leaves with a bunch of healthy roots in one bowl.
But do all salads have lettuce?
I said leaf. I didn't say lettuce.
Leafy, there you go. I forgot what you said. I'm so sorry. Okay, that.
No, I think they all have some kind of leaf in it.
What about a pasta salad?
I mean, it's in the herbs. Just ground up leaves.
So, does that make... Never mind, I can't. I want to get into this, but I don't.
I mean, it's a leaf. It's just ground up.
Dude, you know what you're really good at? Finding loopholes. Like, you're good at that. Okay,
That's why I'll always get away with murder.
Speaking of getting away with murder, Chelsea, I wrote down a little quote you said earlier.
Okay.
You said, teaching women how to commit murder without getting caught. Women supporting women.
You weren't supposed to bring that up. That was an intrusive thought. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. She doesn't even go here. All right. If you're as young as you feel, does that mean that when old people start acting immature, they live longer?
God, I wish.
But you don't think that's true?
No.
Damn. All right. Might as well be miserable, old people. Don't make a difference. Okay. Can you describe to me what water tastes like?
Well, sometimes it has a metallic taste, and I don't really like that at all.
Oh, you taste metallic in your water?
Yeah. Like, I can taste, like, the filters that it's been through.
It's like my superpower.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it used to annoy the shit out of my mom because I always told her, like, I couldn't drink
picky.
anything. Yeah, like, I could only drink spring water that was cold. Otherwise, I could taste the filters.
Ew. And it has to be in a glass, Mom.
No, not even that, but she used to fuck with me to see if I was actually telling the truth, and she would get so irritated because she would give me water, and I would, like, as soon as I tasted it, I'd be like, I could taste the filters in this. And she's like, what the fuck?
Wow, I really thought you were gonna struggle with that one, but never mind. All right.
I have a story for everything.
If life is unfair to everyone, does that mean life is actually fair?
Yes.
So there's no such thing as unfairness?
It's equal, like yin and yang, night and dark, the sun and the moon. It's equal.
Technically, the brain named itself. Okay. I think
Dude, my brain just froze. It was like, wait, what?
The brain's like, I did what? Isn't that trippy though? Like, sometimes I start thinking about like how important our brain is and how our very own brain, like, it's studying itself. Like, I don't know, that's just so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, anyways, you don't sound too excited about that. Would you rather throw away love or money? The fact that she's thinking about this, guy, worries me.
Money.
All right. What's the most beautiful place you've ever seen? Describe it. Just make sure you come back to us, though, okay?
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
So you're in the car with the windows down. It's autumn weather, actual weather, not just California heat.
This is the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
Just wait.
Okay.
You ruined my mood.
You're in a car. You're in a car, blah, 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 leaves, yes.
And you've got that breeze coming through the window, and you look over, and it's all of a sudden from cornfields and messiness to open space with trees lined in the background and a beautiful big white and black farmhouse. And then in the sky beyond it is pinks and purples and oranges that just start ombreing together and mixing, and then all of a sudden blues and dark purples and greens and aqua are added to it, and it's just a big rainbow in the sky. Is that good?
Mm-hmm. Well, did you actually see that though?
Yeah.
In person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a picture of it.
Why did you describe it like that? Like
what?
You know what I've always dreamed of? I've always dreamed of sitting in a car. Like, I don't know.
I never said that's what I dreamed of. I said I
know, but the way you made it seem, like the way you made it sound. Okay.
You told me to describe it.
Okay, all right.
There was a lot of pretty colors in the sky.
Stop yelling.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah,
it's a hard one, huh?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to go with the sunset in Ensenada that I will never forget. I remember we went for a walk on the beach and it was sunset, and on the walk back, the way like the sun was hitting the water during those sunset hours, and the skies were like pink, purple, like just beautiful orange, like I don't know, it was just so pretty. The water was just so beautiful, and like I just want to go back and experience that again, because that was yes, Mother Nature doing its thing. Okay, last one.
Never underestimate the power of a sunset.
No, for real. Okay, so I don't know. Do you know why they call the first episode of a season a pilot? First episode of a show?
No.
Because it's the first time they are on air.
Huh.
Bro, that's a pity laugh.
No, I'm really trying not to just lose my shit laugh.
Anyways, those are my questions. Thank you so much. I'll be here next week. Anyways, Chelsea, would you like to get us into our first segment, Haunted Location of the Week?
Sure. So we're going to talk about two places this week. We're going to talk about Spook Hill and Burkittsville, Maryland. I'm going to talk about Spook Hill first. Spook Hill is, like I said, located in Burkittsville, Maryland. It became a highly visited site around the late 90s, which we'll get into later. However, many people believe that the hill is haunted because if you go to the base of the hill, put your car in neutral, you'll begin being pushed back up the hill.
Sounds familiar.
So locals believe it's the ghosts of Confederate soldiers who they believe are pushing cannons and artillery up the hill to a location of a battlefield that took place during the Civil War. So it was like right near Burkittsville now, so they're pushing all the stuff over there. And what?
Did you ever go to Gravity Hill here in Altadena?
No, I haven't been before.
Oh my gosh, dude, I've been there and it worked, but I didn't know. That was before I found out that people would put baby powder on their like trunk or the hood, and
Yeah, I've
that
heard about that.
they'd see like little kids' hands. Ill.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, ill. I prefer the soldiers, not the children.
I know, children make it like 10 times creepier.
It does.
So, besides the Confederate soldiers, some people even say that they hear laughter in the surrounding woods.
Ew.
Yeah. Skeptics say that this site is just an optical illusion that makes you feel like you're going up when really you're going down because of the height and everything of the trees. Like that's what skeptics say. But if you really want to visit this location, there's lots of directions on how to find the spot and what to do, and it isn't hard to find because the town is literally a 15-minute walk from one end to the other.
Wow.
But even better, I also found a picture of Spook Hill, and they actually have a sign that tells you how to stop your car correctly and safely.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
I saw that and I was like, damn, they really like go all out.
Yeah, you won't get that treatment out here.
Now, I said that Spook Hill became popular in the 90s, and that was because Burkittsville became popular due to a film that was released in 1999. So I'm going to discuss the entire haunted place without telling you the name of the movie, and I want you to try and guess what it is without looking it up, okay?
I'm so excited.
So the town became popular because the welcome sign to the town, which reads, "Welcome to the historic village of Burkittsville, 1824." The sign was used in the opening of this movie. However, the place that is supposedly haunted is near the town in the Black Hills Forest. It's not actually in the town.
Silent Hill?
No. Located inside the forest is a flat rock called Coffin Rock, sometimes referred to as Coffin Hill, which is actually where the story takes place. So, long before settlers arrived in that area, it was said to host a dark, powerful force that resided within the forest. It's believed that a Native American tribe, which was the first to enter, encountered the force, and it abducted a young boy from the tribe and sacrificed him atop a dark path on Coffin Rock. Now,
can I take another guess, or do you want me to wait till the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Blair Witch?
Yes.
Cool.
So supposedly this force managed to sustain the boy's life, and it constantly feeds on his pain in a never-ending ritual that refuses to let him die. The boy's tribe attempted to send warriors and shamans to rescue him, but they were all taken instead, and eventually the entire tribe vanished without a trace.
Wow.
Stories also say that it's a place where a Maryland search party went missing in 1886 while looking for an 8-year-old boy who also went missing. When the boy returned, the search party did not. And when a second search party was sent out to look for those who had gone missing, they found disemboweled bodies instead.
Ew.
They were bound at the hands and feet, and they were found on Coffin Rock. Now, those bodies later vanished when the search party returned, with the people that they called for backup. Local legend attributes this story to the so-called Blair Witch.
Wait, is this like true?
We're gonna get to that,
bro.
So
I'm getting scared.
Everything that I've told you about this haunted forest is 100% fake.
Okay, cool.
The directors of the 1990 movie The Blair Witch did such a good job with storytelling that they legitimately almost rewrote history because so many people believe the tale of the Blair Witch.
I believed it up until like 10 years ago.
Yeah. So is there any truth to the actual movies? We know that the like storyline and everything is fake, but the rock formation that's known as Coffin Rock is actually in the Black Hill Forest. Like I said, Burkittsville is a real place in Maryland with about 150 people that are living there. And Spook Hill is also a legit place where the cars seem to go backwards up the hill. And it is also believed that witches did live in the area in the 1700s, but not in the context of the movies Witch, which is supposedly where like the legend started.
That's wild. I could see like the similarities between the storyline of like the what happened and then the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
With the kidnapping the children and I think the only thing they ever show in the movie that's scary, because like all of it's psychological, dude. They don't show anything except there's one part in the movie where it's like, I don't know if it was an ear, if it was a dead bird or what it was.
Yeah.
But that was the only part.
And that movie did inspire the subgenre in film. I forget like the exact term, but it's basically like where you find found footage.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it actually started that drama. There was a movie about aliens that came out that was somewhat like that, where they recorded the whole thing.
The Fourth Kind?
That one too, yeah, but there is another one. It takes place in New York, like in the whole city.
Oh, I don't know.
Watch it. It'll Quarantine.
Oh, all right.
Is it Quarantine?
We gotta win. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, it started a whole subgenre, and it's just, I love to think of instances like this where like everything about it is exciting to explore. Because for years, like you said, our generation believed this movie was real.
Because it was filmed so well. Like you could not tell it's acting, or like even if it's improv, like you just can't tell.
Yeah. And that's like one of the other things too. Like sure, the actors had a lot to do with it, but the historical context that they put in it, like the writing that they did, like everything, the scenery, like all of it, they did such like a great job that I don't know, I really love it. And I know it used to scare you, but
what was the scariest? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Fuck. What was the scariest part of the movie for you?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it was the ending where
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. The ending where the girl gets killed in the house. I was expecting to see more. And so like every time, like something is gonna happen, but you just don't know like exactly when. I felt like that the entire ending.
Yeah, that was.
And every little thing, I fucking was jumping.
It was at the same time like it left you wanting more, but also like, okay, that was enough.
Yeah, no. Watching that when I was younger, I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm good. I've had enough.
I think there was times where I wouldn't even make it to the end of the movie. Like I'd only watch it up to a certain point.
Yeah.
For me, and when I was a kid, I never heard it because I never listened to the movie like that loud or with headphones on. But the scene where, again, spoiler alert, they're in their tents and they hear the laughter of the children going around their tent. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. And like,
yeah,
it was creepy. And then their tent starts going crazy. Again, why I will never ever camp in the woods. Ever.
I've been camping before.
Good for you. I won't do it.
Not even for $1 million?
I mean, it's $1 million. What's one night with a witch?
Anyways, you want to get us started on our serial killers of the week?
Yeah. Okay. So my serial killers of the week is Delfina and Maria de Jesus Gonzalez Valenzuela.
You got to say it 3 times.
I'm not gonna, girl.
There's three of them. You gotta say it.
Okay.
Delfina and Maria and Maria and Maria de Jesus Gonzalez Valenzuela.
Sweetie. No, please. Guys, Delfina and Maria times 3. All right, moving on. See, easy. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna steal your line, Chelsea. I'm gonna butcher this name, but the Poquayanchis. We'll go with that. We're a group of Mexican sisters known for being the most feared serial killers in history. It is believed that between 1945 and 1964, they committed around 150 murders, although the official number of the victims was 91. Still a big number. They owned several brothels in Guanajuato and Jalisco and were involved in human trafficking, kidnapping teenagers and forcing them to work as prostitutes. The captives earned debts from the clothes and foods provided by the sisters. I was going to say their nickname, but I just cannot. And were forced to work in order to pay them back. So, born in Irapuato, in the state of Guanajuato, the Gonzalez Valenzuela sisters, Delfina, Maria de Jesus, Maria del Carmen, and Maria Luisa, sorry, I had to catch my breath, man, grew up in a broken home with a violent father who would beat them up constantly and who made them witness executions of prisoners since he worked as a sheriff. Oh my gosh, imagine.
I can't.
I don't want to. When they grew older, they inherited their family's wealth and began their brothel business, acquiring bar permits from corrupted officers, which they would offer free sexual services in their places. According to a declaration themselves, they would have partners who would be in charge of searching for teenage girls from 12 to 15 years old, whether it be in farms or the street, whom they would kidnap or hire under the false position of being servants. Once at the brothels, the young girls were locked up, raped on numerous occasions by their kidnappers, stripped naked and bathed cold water so they could serve drinks and begin to be prostituted after. Women were not allowed to leave the brothel, and if they became pregnant, they had abortions or their babies were killed. Young women who disobeyed or tried to escape or even rebelled were tortured and killed on the very grounds where they were exploited.
Wow, Jesus.
The story in general terms is extremely undignified and unutterable. When the girls were considered old, when they reached 25 years of age, they were taken to a ranch where they were locked up without food or water for several days. Salvador Estrada Bocanegra, also known as the executioner, would kick them against a wall with a nail on many occasions, and then he would bury them alive. Throw them off a roof or anything to get rid of them. Oof. In the brothels, murders and tortures under the promise that nothing would happen to them. Among the myths of the story, the tabloids reported that the sisters performed satanic rites by killing animals and watching their captives being raped for more money and protection, something that was never proven. I don't believe it.
No.
After several months of investigation, confrontation, and interrogations, the Gonzalez Valenzuela sisters were arrested and charged with kidnapping, human trafficking, and aggravated homicide, giving them the maximum penalty at the time of 40 years in prison. 40. However, 2 of them died behind bars before being released.
So 2 of them are still alive?
Uh-huh.
Today?
Uh-huh. So how do you feel about these sisters?
I feel like you should have gave a trigger warning.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of like why I was quiet the whole time. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I couldn't process it. I had no warning.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's horrible.
Does it count if I say trigger warning after?
No, because I'm already
traumatized.
Yeah, I'm already traumatized. I gotta put my mental wards back up.
Hey, you know what? Let's move on to a lighter note, and this time it's for realsies because we're gonna watch Arlene get called out by her cards.
That's right. So this week's tarot reading is for our listener Arlene, who in episode 36 mentioned that her next reading she wanted to do how could she grow spiritually. So we thought we'd do her a little favor and just get it out here now and watch it get called out. And I totally lost my train of thought, which is why I just sounded weird.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Like mid-sentence, I was like, wait, what am I talking about?
Yeah, dude, that happens to me all the time, even when I'm sober.
Anyway, so Arlene's reading is a growth mindset spread, which is based on the traits of a tree. So, card 1, which is if you're imagining a tree, it's the trunk of the tree, and it's what core beliefs should I reevaluate? Card 2, which is the weeds, is what needs to be cleared away. Card 3, which is the buds, what new growth is possible for me? Card 4, which is the branches, what beliefs about myself should I expand this season? Beliefs about myself should I release? Card 6, which is the photosynthesis, where is transformation possible?
If you were part of a tree, what part would you be?
Probably the branches. Probably the branches.
The branches?
Mm-hmm.
Why the branches?
Because people would be cutting me down and I'd still laugh in their face as I grew out back into their yard again. Like, haha, you thought you had me.
Ew, until they chop the whole thing down. Like, dumb bitch.
That's murder.
You're a tree. They get murdered every day.
That's sad.
Okay, going back.
So card 1, what core beliefs should I reevaluate? And this comes through the 6 of Cups. You're focusing on past influences and the simplicity and innocence of childhood. You're probably feeling homesick and you want to seek a reunion or comfort from your family and close friends. So what core beliefs should you reevaluate? You should reevaluate where your focus is right now. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just too hyped for this. Okay,
so your core beliefs come from your past influences and like your childhood memories and stuff like that. So you should really reevaluate those and where your focus is now.
I agree. But also, like, I guess towards the end, it was saying to, like, get in touch or get in more touch with people close to you, whether it's family or friends. So,
yeah, because she's seeking a reunion.
Mm-hmm.
So card 2, what needs to be cleared away, comes through the 3 of Wands. You're experiencing life and seeking adventures. You might be moving or traveling, and you feel free and confident because all of your hard work is paying off.
I guess just wait till you're more settled down. No?
Hold on, I'm thinking, Because how can she grow spiritually? So what needs to be cleared away?
Well, I'm saying she needs to be a little bit more grounded in her life to be able to completely focus on growing spiritually.
Yeah, and moving forward and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so card 3, what new growth is possible for me? And this comes through the Hermit reversed. You're either not taking enough time for personal reflection or you're taking too much. If you struggle to connect with your spiritual self, you need to create space to meditate and reflect. Make sure you don't take isolation too far. You don't want to become a literal hermit who cuts off the outside world.
What new growth is possible for me?
So in order to grow spiritually, you need to take time to meditate and reflect. But you also want to be sure not to take too much of it to where, like it says, you become the hermit in your life. So card number 4 is what beliefs about myself should I expand this season? And this comes through the 9 of Swords. You're weighed down by negative feelings and anxiety. You feel like you're reaching a breaking point. However, your concerns are probably not as terrible as you are imagining them to be. You might be struggling with guilt or regret, but isolation can also be responsible for these feelings. So, what beliefs about yourself should you expand? I definitely, from like the previous card too, where it's talking about isolation, I feel like it's saying you're isolating too much already.
Open
and you need to
yourself
balance
up more.
that out. Yeah. You need to balance that out and expand that part of you, that socializing part of you.
Sounds like you're diagnosing her.
Actually, it's really funny because at the end of that summary, it says to reach out to a professional or a trusted friend for advice.
Damn.
Yeah. So card 5, what beliefs about myself should I release? And this comes through the Seven of Pentacles. You're putting in time and energy for longer term rewards, and you have a strong desire to invest in those results. You're cultivating and manifesting new ideas and goals, and your hard work and efforts are paying off. You can harvest the profits and reap the rewards in the future. So, what beliefs about yourself should you release?
Maybe any thoughts, any like doubts,
Yeah,
any
any
doubts that you
doubts or
may believe
negative
about
thoughts.
yourself, like let it go. And I mean, also don't get your hopes high. Like that's just something that I'll forever tell myself as well, is never get like your hopes high. You're
Yeah,
Yeah, right? I said it right?
yeah, yeah. Like, just like have realistic goals.
Yeah.
So, card number 6 is where is transformation possible? This comes through the Seven of Swords reversed. So, truths are coming to light, and either you or someone you know is coming clean about dishonesty and manipulation. And so, confessing, whether it be you or them, is the best option in this time. If it's a romantic aspect, you may need to stop playing games and admit to anything that you've done wrong in order to make any progress. So, whether that's you personally or somebody that you know, admitting to our faults is the only way to move forward. So, transformation is coming in some type of either truth, disagreement, lie, any type of situation like that.
Yeah. I'm pretty much gonna say the same thing and just in a different way. I don't know if I'm spoken correctly.
Anyways, that's your reading, Arlene. We hope you enjoyed that. We hope it was informative and
We
you get
hope it
something
made
used for it.
sense.
Yeah, because I was trying to like piece together things so I could tell you what I was trying to say in my head, and I was like, this isn't working out. Okay. So thank you, Ghosties, for joining us this week. Make sure to give us a follow on our social media. If you want a tarot reading from us, feel free to DM us and we'll choose one lucky person a week. We're your hosts. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Veronica.
Have a spooky weekend. Talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.